Congratulations, Brendan, just beating Joe Cullen 3-0. That's your first time past the second round in the World Championships, Brendan. I mean, how does that feel?
Yeah and no, because it's the first time past the second round, but I've made the last 32 5 or 6 times, so I haven't really progressed any further than I have beforehand. So it's the next round for me is the one that is the new stepping stone. I'm not being disrespectful to the new format or that. It's a numbers game with a dart player. I've been in the last 32 before. I want to be in the last 16. That's basically it.
I mean, how's your confidence after being Joe Cullen? I mean, that looked like a tough draw on paper, Brendan.
Oh, it's massively tough. Like, he's not number 14 in the world because he just turned up one day and said, give me number 14. He's produced the goods for 2 years now to be number 14 in the world. You know, he's a class act. He's like anybody else, though. He has his good days and his bad days. And you possibly see there today, he wasn't at the races. He didn't feel it. He doesn't have the best record against me and probably felt under pressure. I knew all these things coming in. And I possibly thought, you know, I can do this. Just get your head right and go at it. And I did.
I was going to say, you had the perfect start, didn't you? You won the first 6 legs, and that 170,
yeah,
that's going to be satisfying, hasn't it?
Well, I think the 170 was probably, I think Joe had got to near a double at that stage, and that 170, it was a good scoring leg, and that 170 just really pushed Joe back a bit, probably dented him confidence-wise and that there, and thought, okay, Brendan's not missing out today. And if you think that as a player, that your opponent's not going to miss, you know, it's hard to live with mentally.
When you've been up at number 10, number 11 in the world, Brendan, I mean, how are you playing now compared to how you were playing then?
It's hard to know, to tell you the truth, because it's 3 or 4 years ago, but I do believe, myself personally, I think I'm playing better now. I'm definitely practicing better because I'm actually practicing now. I am practicing a lot better and I'm a lot stronger. And, you know, those times up there, I was just chucking the darts, you know, just, that's going to go in. And it did, because all the practice that I'd done.
So, I mean, you just said you got to number 10, number 11 in the world without practicing. Really?
Yeah. Well, proper practice, like I practice, or what I thought was practice then, was like maybe 2-3 hours, maybe 2 days or 3 days a week.
Really?
Yeah, and that was my practice, and I thought, oh, I was doing really well doing that. But nah, that's rubbish.
Were you working presumably then at the time, were you?
No, I was just lazy. Sorry, but since 2011 I haven't worked and I've just been lazy. And now that all the youngsters coming along and all the top lads is getting so much better, I want to tag along and I want to improve.
What were you doing all day? Well, if you weren't working, you're only practicing 2 hours every other day.
You find things to do. You know, I've had other things to do. I mean, like you know, looked after my mother for a period of time, and you know, because she wasn't well, she's doing great now. Thank God. You know, just different things in life. I got married a couple of years ago now, and all the excitement and everything going with that there, it kind of puts things to a back burner, if you know what I mean now. But you know, I've had so much support. Like I've reached the lows of thinking I can't do it, and I've had my wife and stepson and everybody. But sure, look at the way you're practicing. You just lift them up, and you're just gifted. I says, that's not enough. It's not enough. And then I realised to myself what I just said. It wasn't enough. I need to put in hard work. So I've done that. I've done the last 4 months. I've really worked hard, but the previous part of the year I've worked hard compared to what I previously did.
Is this a potential turning point here today, being Joe Cullen 3-0?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As I say, earlier today I was interviewed and I thought this was my hardest game. If I beat Joe Cullen, I could go a long way in this tournament. And I still believe I can go a long way. But cannot take anyone for granted. I need to go back, practice for the next 3 days to get ready for Sunday.